Thanks, Lindsey. To say 2021 was a big year for Olympian Damian Warner might be a bit of an understatement. The Canadian decathlete won our country's first ever Olympic title in the sport at the Tokyo Games. He set an Olympic record, a Canadian record, and he became only the fourth man in history to break the 9,000-point barrier. Oh, he also became a first-time dad to little Theo. Damian Warner is joining us this morning from London, Ontario. Great to see you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good morning.
You are an Olympic champion. You are clearly someone who has prioritized leading an active life. We've been talking a lot about the link between physical activity and mental health, especially, this January. 7 days in, we're dealing with lockdowns and restrictions. How have sport and activity benefited your own mental health, first of all?
Well, I think my whole life has been based around sport, really, and being active. And I think when I first got involved in sports, I thought the most important thing would be the physical side. But as I've come to learn over the years that the most important thing seems to lie on the mental side. And I think for me, sports has given me kind of a safe space where I can try things out and learn from trial and error and learn from my successes and learn from my failures. And I think in doing so, it's empowered me to have more confidence in myself, have more confidence in my abilities, and it's kind of opened my horizon to try new things.
Damian, how many new things are there left for you to try? You're good at 10 Olympic sports.
Well, it seems like things just keep coming and coming, so I'm always open and always willing to try. So hopefully some more things in the future.
You could pull a Clara Hughes. Why don't you try some Winter Olympics while you're at it?
Let's not get carried away.
Hey, we saw this summer athletes like Simone Biles pull out of the Tokyo Olympics because of mental health concerns. So let's talk about the pressures that you face off the track. What better supports would you like to see as an athlete?
Well, I think that's the tricky thing is that a lot of times, especially as individual athletes, we're going out there and we're competing on the field by ourselves. And of course, we have a team behind us, but it's extremely challenging to know that there's this pressure from yourself that you put on yourself, your family, your friends, the community, the country. They're all expecting you to do really well, and that comes at a price sometimes. So to have support systems and teams behind you that can help you during those tough times is really important. And I know myself during this past year and dealing with the pandemic and the lockdown and seeing my competitors training in these beautiful facilities while I was training in an old arena, that I had to rely and lean on my family to make sure that I was in the right mental space that I needed to be to go to the games. And I've said it a million times that gold medal doesn't happen without so many people that were behind me. So while it's really important to be active and really important to be out there and learning and putting yourself out there to compete, it's really important to have that support system behind you that can help you when you really need it.
Let's talk about your support system, because you added one player to that support system, and that is your son, Theo. You became a dad in March. Here's my question for you as a decathlete. Being a parent means you have to multitask all the time. So does being an Olympic decathlete give you an edge when it comes to being a new dad?
Does being an Olympic decathlete give you an edge? I think being a new dad gave me an edge competing as an Olympic decathlete, that's for sure. When I went to the games around March, there was a time where I was really struggling mentally, and I was in really a tough space because I didn't really think that my goals that I set out for myself when I was really young were able to become possible, just because everything that we were dealing with. And then Theo was born on March 11th, and it seemed like all those stresses and all those frustrations that I was having just kind of went out the window, and I just focused on being a dad, and track was kind of like the second option in my life. And it was for the better because it gave me some balance, and it's been the most special thing that's ever happened to me.
He's 10 months old now. Is he fast? Because your partner, Jen, is also a world-class track and field athlete.
He's keeping us active. He's moving around like crazy, and it's fun now because he's at the age where he's running around and like kicking like a soccer ball or like pretending he's using like a hockey puck or something. So I think we have an athlete, but I'm just not sure what sport he's going to do yet, but it's exciting.
Well, there's so many that you can teach him. Before we let you go, you are part of a campaign. It's called This Is Your Sport. What's that about?
Yeah, so it's just about encouraging Canadians to get active. I think that there's 85% of Canadians or people in Ontario that believe you should live a healthy lifestyle. 70% of parents think that their kids should live a healthy lifestyle and be active or play sports, but only 44% of parents are actually active themselves. So I think it's important to encourage people to get out there and just be active, because not only does it increase you from a physical standpoint, but there's so many other mental benefits that come along with it. And I think that's something that all people from Ontario can get behind, and it's something that we are encouraging people to do.
Really quickly, Damian, listen, gyms are locked down. Quebec is locked down. People are looking for ways to stay active. You trained in an old hockey arena and high school tracks when you need to get ready for the Olympics. Quickly, what would you suggest to anybody who can't get to their gym, they still want to be active, for the physical and mental health benefits?
I think that's the tricky thing, especially nowadays where things are locked down and the weather is getting a little bit colder. So being active with your family. So me and Jen will be chasing Theodore around the house here, maybe doing workouts with your family at home, or if you can't get together with your friends, maybe doing some things over Zoom or Skype or whatever fits your fancy. So there's a lot of ways. You kind of have to be adaptable and be creative, but just try to find the best way to get active and get out there and do it.
Damian Warner, great to talk to you at the beginning of this new year. Congratulations on all your success last year, and looking forward to a great year for you this year.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.